Here we go. First day of our top dasher status, and we are going to fully utilize it. So we're working 12 hours a day for the next 7 days. And one of the first orders that we get in the morning is from Dashmart. It's like Doordash's own Quick Mart. And for 30 minutes, we get an order and we get a payout of $17.50. In Seattle, you got to be a safe and but aggressive driver in order to get to go where you're going. This car in front of me is neither. So this car in front of me is trying to take a left turn and it's taking way too long. In comes this bus, drops this guy off, and you see him with his blind stick, and he actually walks into the car. He doesn't actually walk into the car. He uses a stick and hits the car, and the car is trying to back up. And that's unfortunate for this car, but that's what you get for being a bonehead. Luckily, the guy is okay. He gets to cross the street and makes it to the other side, no problem after that. Another order that I get is from Mekong Village later in the day. This place turns out to be like a gold mine. I don't know what it is. It serves Vietnamese food, and for some reason it's really difficult to get to. You have to be on one side of the highway to get to it. So maybe that's why people order from it, and plus maybe it has good food. But as you can see, I'm pulling out this monstrous order. I have to carry it in a box, and it's a great payout for an extra tip of $12.75. Ended the night with a couple of McDonald's orders, and that's it. Day one done, 12 hours knocked out. So day two, we get out to a pretty good start. We get a add-on order from Crackle Me and Pink Bee. So I accept both of those orders, and we get an amazing payout of $9.50 and also $12.25. Next order I get is from McDonald's, and looking at the map, I thought it'll only take me 5 minutes to get there and back. Well, actually 10 minutes total there and back, but it actually took me 20 minutes, so that was a mistake in my part. But this order didn't seem too bad, so I accepted it, and lesson learned in terms of the distance it takes to drive. I get this weird surprise order from Safeway, so I look at it as 3 items for $15. I didn't think this would take me too long at all, and it didn't. I was able to get picked up all 3 items, and they were the same items. Some people are allergic to nuts. Apparently, this person needs it to survive, because $15 just for 3 packs of macadamia nuts is a pretty good deal for me. The next order I get is from Din Tai Fung, and this is the Din Tai Fung in Pacific Place. And that means that you have to go into a parking garage to get parking, unless you're able to get lucky and find parking on the outside of the building, which I initially was not able to do, but I noticed that someone was about to leave, so I was able to grab their parking spot. But the other thing about this Din Tai Fung is it's on the 4th floor. That means you have to take 4 flights of escalators up to get there, and as you can see, I'm running up these escalators as fast as I can to get to the restaurant and pick up the order. So I get a payout of $13.50. So I get a couple more orders with hidden tips, and throughout the day it was pretty good pace, a bit better than the day before. And so the Top Dasher status is really paying off, and I think that if I just keep it on this pace, I should be making significantly more if I wasn't a Top Dasher. So that's it for day 2. Day 3 starts us off at Other Coast Cafe, and we quickly knock that out and get a pretty easy payout. Next, we get a double order at a place that serves these acai bowls, and we gotta accept this one because it goes to the Seattle Children's Hospital, and those people are definitely helping out the world. So we gotta serve them, and they tip really well. So we gotta head it over there, and turns out we get a extra hidden tip. Next interesting order is Arishi Ramen, and it goes all the way to the edge of North Seattle. So I accept anyway because I might get an order coming back, and turns out I get a nice hidden tip, which is fantastic. There you go.
Here, this for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah.
Have a good one.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah, the virus and everything kind of getting crazy. We're believing Jesus, Yeshua, and died for us. We have eternal life. We believe forever. Don't have to live here much longer.
Yeah. Have a good one.
The next order I get is for Safeway Shop and Deliver. Looks like a quick, easy one because there's only one item. So I go ahead and pull into Safeway, grab the cat food, and make my way over to checkout. And for checking out, you usually have to go to a cashier, but I mistakenly go to a self checkout. You have to go to the cashier because then they can remove the tax. If you go to the self checkout and you're only shopping for food, then there's no tax and it's a lot faster. But I make the mistake of not going to the cashier, so I have to make my way back over to a cashier to get the tax removed, and we get a payout for this. So that's day 3. That's done, and not as well as the previous 2 days, but that's okay. We'll just use that as motivation to go at it harder tomorrow. When it's a beautiful, new, sunny day just like this, it reminds me that my future is going to be just as bright. TB usually doesn't stand for Taco Bell. It usually stands for a 10-minute break, but since it's in the early morning, I expect it to be a little bit faster. So we start the morning off with a couple of double-digit orders that pay out pretty well. Sundays are Farmer Market Palooza out here in Seattle. So oftentimes I'm going to have to park a couple blocks away and make my way through the farmers markets to get to the restaurant and get the order. So I have to make my way in and then use some time to get out. Towards the afternoon, the farmers markets die down, and so we pick up the pace and I start accepting these orders. When I look at an order, I accept it based off its value in terms of its time, and I don't expect to get a hidden tip. But I was getting hidden tips left and right. Usually in Seattle it rains, but today it was raining gold on me. Next, I get this monster order. The order just looked too good to be true. It was for 2 pizzas and a salad, and only for what I estimate to be a 30-minute delivery. And so I make my way over there, and sure enough, when it rains, it pours. Bang! I get a extra tip on top of that, and life is feeling great. Well, there you have it. End of day 4, and this is the highest payout I've ever gotten. It was quite a day, I would have to say. I think I could have easily broken 400 if I probably didn't slack off in one of the hours. But, what can you do? All I can do is appreciate that the orders that I got and how I knocked these out of the ballpark and how the day was just quite fantastic. It's a rough start to the 5th day when I had to deliver to Swedish Hospital. And there are multiple hospitals. I end up going to the wrong one. Then I get an order from this wacky name right here, and it turns out that this is not a real name. It is an order from a different platform using Doordash drivers, and I accept it because I want to get out of Chinatown. So I accept this order, had to deliver it to the university area, and it turns out that this building is a huge building that's broken up into multiple parts, and I can't find the main entrance, and I can't get a hold of the customer. So this is the first time that I had to bring the order back to the restaurant. And that was a complete nightmare. I wasted probably easily an hour just running around with my head cut off. So, rough start for me. Following that ordeal, I get a bunch of junk orders. $5.50 for 5 miles, no. And then I get $11.50 a double order. These are basically non-tips. And then what the hell is this? Has anybody ever tried to do this? No. When you have a rough couple of hours in the morning, it can really carry over and ruin the rest of the day. So I try to keep things positive. I try to keep my head up. That way I don't carry all this emotion throughout the day and ruin my entire shift. I accept this order from Azel's in Wallingford area where I can drop it off close to where Gasworks is. That way I can get this scenic view and lift up my spirits. Towards the end of the night, I get a order from Wingstop, and Wingstop is so slow the last couple times I've been there, but man, did they really turn around. Look at these orders that they have already. So that's it for day 5. We didn't break 300 today, but You know, every day can't be a great day, and sometimes when you have bad days, you just gotta look towards tomorrow and hope for the best. And of course, the customer's apartment is on the top floor. So I start the day off at Sizzle and Crunch, and I have to deliver it to the Seattle Center. This place is like a Chipotle for Vietnamese food. The way they have it set it up, and it's quite popular. There's a couple around Seattle, but I did have to deliver to the Seattle Center. And if you look at the directions here, I had to jump through hoops to get parking and make my way to the 17th floor and deliver it to the customer. The security helped me out a bit, just getting from the loading area to finding the right elevator. So that was nice of them, and that's how my day started. As I was sitting in Monsoon waiting for the food to be finished preparing for me to deliver, I was pondering if all the best days were behind me. The first 4 days, I easily broke 300, and yesterday, it was a rough day, but I didn't break 300. And today, it was a rough start. I mean, I wasn't going at a very good pace, so I was wondering if that's it. Those 3 days were lucky or not. They say that all good things come to an end, but only for other people and not for us, because we get this order from Joey's, and not only do we get a pretty decent tip from the customer through the app, she also hands me 2 Abraham Lincolns. That's the highest tip I've ever gotten on an order. And just when you think that life couldn't get any better, it does. We get a stacked order, and on one of those orders, I get an $18 tip. It wasn't this house that I had to go to, but the house that I had to go to, I had to climb up crazy stairs to get to their castle. We didn't quite break 300 today, but it was quite a refreshing turnaround given how things turned out the day before. So we're looking to keep this momentum and carry it over to the next day. Here we go, day 7 of our marathon, and I'm feeling pretty energetic in terms of this just being the last day of going at it for 12 hours. I get this order from Wendy's and Walgreens. The Wendy's one was an easy pickup. The Walgreens one was also easy because it was only one item. It was just diapers, and I just had to drop it off, and it was easy. I get this order from Hurry Curry, and the name does not fit the mold. I showed the order to them. They didn't have it ready right away, and so I sat down and waited. The cashier didn't accept the order, so I had to wait more time on top of that. So that was unfortunate. Given that I was having such a great day, I decided to accept this order from Safeway to deliver flowers, because what better way to spread the joy than to deliver flowers? Turns out that was a horrendous idea. Delivering flowers is a huge hassle because you're delivering it for Safeway, and the communication between you and the customer is not apparent. They're not expecting it. So if it's a gift, you have to call the customer, the person that they're gifting it to, when you arrive, and if they don't pick up, then you have to bring it back. So I get to the destination, I call them, they don't pick up. I think about it. Okay, they probably are getting a call from like a spam number. That's what the carriers like T-Mobile will do. And so I leave them a message and text them saying who I am. Also, I say their name so that they know that this is not a scam. And then they are able to call me back. Well, that's it for this video. If you watched the whole thing through and didn't skip towards the end, thanks a lot because it helps out my analytics. We made a total of $2,254.23, which a lot of it comes from the Seattle Premium Pay, which is $2.50 per order extra. And that really helps out me a lot. I really appreciate having that little extra bonus, which other people don't have. So that's it for this video. Thanks a lot. See ya.